Hello and welcome to Herald TV News Bulletin with me, Orina. The nearly 5-day forest ground fire at Madi Wildlife Sanctuary has devastated Chorlaghat, Vageri Hill, Keri and Charwane, which is about 150 acres of land. Environmentalists and officials of the rank of range forest officers say that the fire may be caused due to the abuse of the Forest Rights Act, where people may try to claim more forest land for horticulture by setting fire to the forest and then claim it by saying they were cultivating it. Villagers said the fire may also be caused by miscreants or due to summer heat.
Fires aimed at destroying the cashew cultivation may be due to enmity, while some feel the only way to control forest fires is fighting it on the ground through villagers and laborers. Others suggest that carbon dioxide powder may be poured on forest fires from helicopters. Watch the full story.
The Madi Wildlife Sanctuary that has been notified in the year 1999 today became a threat for the people, those who have interest in bringing a large tract of the forested land into the horticultural crops. So this is the main reason why presently for last 4 days the fire broke out and responsible for gutting almost more than 100 hectares of the pristine forest area inside the sanctuary. So if such type of the activities are going on unhindered, this is the apathy of the forest department. So when the issue was brought to the notice of the higher authority in the forest department, they acted on it, and presently in some areas of Satre, Charavane, Pali and also in Sulla areas the fire is under control, but today one can see the fire is there at a place called Wadi in Keri Sattari amidst Gaonswada and Majigwada areas. So this fire, if it is not brought under control by the Keri Territory Forest Range authorities, it will going to spread and it will pose threat to the forested areas inside the wildlife sanctuary and in the vicinity.
Madi fire, what has been seen by people on different media, it is clear that the local people only, forest department people only went there and they bait the forest fire, and with that they controlled it, they brought it under control. Goa is not a place where you get very huge, very destructive forest fires. No, you mostly in Goa we get ground fire. It doesn't reach to the top layers of the forest, but if it is not controlled in time, it may reach to the top and may have lot of damage to the forest. So it has to be detected in time, the earliest the possible, and for that most important is just have some forest beating implements with you, which we used to have about 10 years, 15 years back. We used to have those instruments, simple instruments with which you can beat the fire, and those must be supplied to those people there, to those employees there, and their people must be there to be at the watchtower and to watch day and night whether forest fire is there or not. And the moment they detect the fire, they must immediately inform it to their nearest office, forest office in sanctuary, and the team must be dispatched immediately to control that fire. That is the only way out.
तो उजो कसो कंट्रोल करपाचो तो तुमकां विचारूंक जातलें.
उजो कंट्रोल करपाक एकच म्हळ्यार नेव्हीचे हेलिकॉप्टर हाडपाचे आनी कार्बन डायऑक्सायड उडोवपाचो वयल्यान.
कार्बन डायऑक्सायड
हय, मॅन्युअल शक्य ना तें. ते कार्बन डायऑक्सायडाचे हे आसता, कितें म्हणटात ताका, पावडर फॉर्म आसता. ते हाडपाचे आनी वेल्यान उडोवपाचे डाम करून.
सो
हय
नेवीक आपोवपाक जाय न्हू.
हय नेवी हॅज टू बी कॉन्टॅक्टेड.
आनी तो तेंचे कडेन रेडिली आसता कार्बन डायऑक्सायड इन द फॉर्म ऑफ पावडर
हय आसता.
आसता.
हय हे फॉरेस्ट रायट्स एक्टा सकयल जे लोक जमीन क्लेम करतात
हय.
तांकां ते वेजिटेशन काबार जाल्ले जाय.
हा.
वेजिटेशन काबार जालें म्हणजे आमी हांगा काजू रोयताले, आमी हांगा नाशणो रोयताले, पाखो रोयताले म्हणून सांगपाक मेळटा.
हा.
दॅट इज द मेन इश्यू बिहायंड इट.
हा.
म्हणजे ह्या खातीर ते फॉरेस्ट रायट्स एक्टा सकयल जितले म्हणून जमनी क्लेम करतात थंय नॉट लेस दॅन म्हाका दिसता 100-200 हे आसताले क्लेमंट्स.
हा.
म्हणजे तांकां कितें आसा इल्ल्याशे जमनीक आशिल्ली काजू खूब जमनी दाखोवपाक जाय जाल्यार कितें करप उदक घालप. सगळी जमीन जळून काबार जाली काय ना मागीर हांकां सांगप ना आमगेल्या हांगा पयलीं काजू हे अशें नाशणो रोयताले आमी, पाखो रोयताले आमी आनी कितें रोयताले आमी. म्हणजे तें करपा खातीरूच उजो घालप चड जाता.
आता तूं सांगा शकना कित्याक सांग कोणी उडयलो काय एखादं घर्षण जावन पडूंक शकता, झाडाचं घर्षण जावन सुद्दां उजो जावंक शकता. वाऱ्याक झाडांची घर्षण जावन इतकं काय कल्पना ना. आमी आतां म्हाका आतां गांवांसून भायर गेल्यार 2-3 वर्सां आतां मी भायर वचना, नक्की सांगांक येना उजो कसो पडलो तो. कोण एखादो उडोवंक शकता ना असं म्हणूंक येना न्हू. का तो घर्शणान पेटलो फॉरेस्टाचे हें करता न्हू, थंय खंय उजो उरोवंक शकता. तो हो नक्की कोण हें करूंक शकना.
Justice has prevailed. JMFC MAPSA has allowed Marian Borgo's application for temporary injunction. Herald reportage on the French actor's plight paid off and the court dismissed the application of Nirmala, the widow of late Francisco de Souza, restraining Borgo from entering the suit house at Kalangut and from interfering in the possession. The court ordered that the electricity connection of the suit house be reconnected in 10 days.
Justice delayed but not denied for French actress. The JMFC court MAPSA on Monday allowed the application for temporary injunction filed by the French actress Marianne Borgo. The court has ordered that the defendants are restrained from interfering with the possession of Marianne Borgo and further restrained dispossessing Borgo from the suit house. The court has ordered that the defendants are restrained from interfering with possession of Marianne Borgo and further restrained disposing Borgo from the house. The second order that the court passed was to reconnect the electricity connection of the house in next 10 days. The court has also dismissed the application filed by the defendant Nirmala, restraining Borgo from entering the house and interfering in their possession. The application was dismissed on the grounds that there was no evidence to show that Nirmala was ever possession of the house, while there is sufficient prima facie evidence that Marianne was in possession of the house. Advocate Benny Nazareth representing Borgo said, all the three applications on behalf of the French actress. Our next move would be to make sure that electricity is reconnected as soon as possible. If they fail to do so, then it would be contempt of court, followed by which we will make an application for the police protection under which electricity be restored, the advocate said. Meanwhile, Herald TV also got in touch with the French actress Marianne Borgo, wherein she said, since the day I left my house, I stayed in the hotel. I thank my friends for their kindness and generosity, and I also able to heal and was waiting for the court order, which was taking ages considering all my things were still in the house. I had no clothes, nothing. I was just meditating and praying and enjoying the beauty of the places where I was staying, thinking my love for Goa was over and that I should fly back to France and never come back. But with this order, I hope in the judiciary is back. Now watch to what she has to say.
Thank you to all of you, of course to my lawyer, Benny Nazareth, and to all his team, but to all my friends, to my supporters, and to the journalists, and mainly the Herald, who has been really saying the truth. So thank you to all of you. And today, it's a great day because everybody told me that being a foreigner would not have a chance. And I can see that there is a justice in India, and Madame le Juge made a wonderful judgment today. So that's wonderful. for me, but for the name of justice. Thank you, Alleluia, and I wish you all a very, very happy Holi before Easter. Bye. Good night. For the first night in a month and a half, I'm going to sleep, I think. Thank you.
Story by Clinton D'Souza for Herald TV.
Revelers celebrated Holi with great joy and a lavish splash of colors. Also known as the Festival of Colors, the festival is celebrated to mark the beginning of spring and is also known as a festival of love. It is one of the most popular and significant festivals in Hinduism. The Panjim Shigmotsav Samiti held a lovely Holi celebration at Azad Maidan, Panjim. Holi programs were also held in other parts of Goa. Witness the joy and colors of Holi across Goa on Tuesday.
Happy Holi!
Holi celebrations at Vasco kicked off after offering prayers at the temple of Lord Damodar. The celebrations were organized by Mormugaon Shigmotsav Samiti. Shigma was also celebrated near Siddhi Vinayak Mandir, Fera Alta Mapsa.
आज आमच्या वाड्यार फेर आलता गणपती देवळाकडे वार्षिक पद्धतीन आमी रंगपंचम सेलिब्रेशन करता. आमी सगळे वाड्यावयले लोक एकठांय जावन ही आमची वार्षिक पद्धतीन रंगपंचमी चालू जाता आणि आमी सकाळी फुडें गणपतीची पूजा करता, श्रीक रंग लायता आणि मागीर आमी वाड्यावयले सगळे लोक हांसोन खेळोन वार्षिक पद्धतीन धाकटे ते व्हडल्या जाणटे पर्यंत सगळे जाण मेळून आमी हे होळी खेळटा.
Devin Gaonkar, Sagun Gowde, Kiran Borkar and Prakash Forte for Herald TV.
Artists who are gearing up for the Shigma parade demand the extension of sound deadline from 10 p.m. to at least 11 p.m. during the 15 days of Shigma. They say they start preparing for Shigma floats at least 2 months in advance. They should be allowed to showcase their talent and the extension of time may be given. They also had other demands. Listen in.
फास्ट म्हटल्यार तुका ते आमचे इतले मुवमेंट्स आसता, आमचे म्युजीक आसता, 2.5-3 मिनटाचे आमचे म्युजीक आसता. म्युजीक भितर आमची स्टोरी तशी आसता की खंयचें चित्र त्या म्युजिकेचेर तेजे मुवमेंट आसता. सो तो मुवमेंट आमकां सादर करपाक मेळना, तो दाखोवपाक मेळना. हे कशें आसता, पोलिसांकूय ते इन्स्ट्रक्शन आसता, पोलीस आमकां धांवणोवपाक लायता बेगीन बेगीन, पूण तशें जावपाक जायना. कित्याक ती कला न्ही, एक 15 दिसाचे ते आमकां 15 दीस मेळटा ते कला सादर करपाक, आनी 15 दिसां खातीर समज अशें जायत जाल्यार ते इतले आमी 2-3 म्हयने लागून जे त्रास काडटा, रात दीस भुरगे त्रास काडटा, आनी समज अशें जायत न्ही त्या टायमार ते बेजारता.
केन्नाचे स्टार्ट केल्ले तुमी? स्टार्ट केन्ना केल्लो आतां?
आमकां हे फावटी आमी खूब लेट चालू केला. 2 महिन्या पयलीं हरशीं चालू करता आमी, 1.5 म्हयने जाले आमी चालू केल्यार.
कितले टायम वाडोवन मागता तुमी सरकाराक?
ना एटलीस्ट 11 तरी करपाक जाय. एक 10 म्हटल्यार भरपूर कमी जाता. म्युझिकचो टायम जाता 11. एक 15 दिसां खातीर जाय, फक्त शिमग्या खातीर आमी म्हणटा, आनी काय ना.
आमचो चित्ररथ वर्सा प्रमाणे आमी साजरो करता. ते प्रमाणे ह्या वर्सा आमी साजरो करता. आमी चित्ररथ केल्लो आसा. चित्रा वाटेन आमकां आमची कला जी आसा सबंद गोंयकारांक दाखोवपाची आसा. तशेंच ट्युरिस्ट येता, तशें आनी आनी मान्यवर येता. ही आमची कला आसा. तसो ह्या वर्सा आमी 3 स्टेजीचो फ्लोट केल्लो आसा. आमी साजरो करता. पूण साजरो करता आमी आमकां 1.5 म्हयनो लागलेलो आसा. 1.5 म्हयन्या खातीर आमकां खूब त्रास जाल्ले आसा. तशें म्हणलें की फायनान्शियल सुद्दां आमकां खूब त्रास जाता. आमी आपले थोडे पयशे काडून फ्लोट करता, ते आमकां खूब कमी पडटा. आनी जशी प्रायज आसा गव्हर्मेंट प्रायज दिता ती खूब कमी आहा. पयलीं भशेन आतां जायना. त्या वाटा हांव गव्हर्मेंटाक रिक्वेस्ट करता तेणें प्रायज एमावंट वाडोवचो. आनी त्या खातीर आतां खूब चित्र अशें वाडलेले आहा. आतां पयलीं भशेन ना. खूब आपली कला सादर करपाक प्रत्येक जाण आपलो गांवचे जावन आपली सादर चित्र करता आनी कितें करता. त्या खातीर प्रत्येकाक एक बक्षीस कितें गावचें ना तेंकां कॉम्पिटिशन कितें गावचें अशे प्रमाणे गव्हर्मेंटाक मागता तेंच्यांनी प्रायज एमावंट वाडोवचो. कित्याक आतां पयलीं 2-2 चेसी करताले, आतां प्रत्येक ग्रूप 3-3 चेसी करता. जे पयशे आहा ते पावना, हँडल करपाक जायना. त्या प्रमाणे असो आतां एक टायमींग असो आसा. गव्हर्मेंट सांगलां की ते 10 सुद्दां टायमींग मागीर बंद करता म्हणून. पूण हांव गव्हर्मेंटाक एकच रिक्वेस्ट करता आनी एक रिक्वेस्ट करता की तेणी हो टायमींग 11 सुद्दां वाडोवचो. कित्याक आमची कला आसा, जी आमची गोंयकाराची कला शिमग्याची कला आसा ती उर्बा दिवपा खातीर आनी लोकांक कळपा जाय की आमची कला कितें ती. त्या खातीर गव्हर्मेंट मागता तेंच्यांनी सावंड सिस्टम जो आसा तो 10 सुद्दां बंद करता म्हणून. तेणी मातसो गव्हर्मेंट रिक्वेस्ट तेणी मातसो हेजेर लक्ष घालून तेणी 11 सुद्दां करचो.
ब्युरो रिपोर्ट, हेरल्ड टीव्ही.
Many traditional forms of worship and folk dances are held on the eve of Holi. At Nashnala Aldana, Homkand was offered at Ravalgadi Devasthan Nashnala on the occasion of Holi. In Morji, Khanja Gaura traditional Holi folk dance and folk songs were presented at Dadoba Devasthan Morji in the run-up to Holi on Tuesday. Take a look.
Many traditional forms of worship and folk dances are held on the eve of Holi. At Nashnala Aldana, Homkand was offered at Ravalgadi Devasthan Nashnala on the occasion of Holi. In Morji, Khanja Gaura traditional Holi folk dance and folk songs were presented at Dadoba Devasthan Morji in the run-up to Holi on Monday. Take a look.
आम्ही पारंपरिक शिगम्याच्या निमतान आम्ही आमच्या दादोबाच्या स्थळार ही होळी घातलेली आहा. आयज होळी घातलेली आहा आनी आमचे चडशे भुरगे हे उत्साह असो खेळपाक हे होळयेच्या निमतान अशे खूब जाण जमता. आनी आमी होळी आयज आशिवासून खास करून आशिवासून हाडलेली आहा आनी आमची होळी सावरीची आसता.
कसलो खेळ आता खेळा तुम्ही
आता आनी हे होळी जशी विधिवत स्थापना केल्या उपरांत होळये भोवती आमी कांजा गवळा म्हणटात तशें आमचे मोडजेचो पारंपारीक कांजा गवळा हो खेळ आमी होळये भोवती खेळलेलो आसा.
The lady in red from Holi, who was frequenting the streets of South Tome Panjim residency area for about 2 months, is back on the streets, homeless and helpless. SP North Nidin Walson said that she had been safely handed back to her brother Naresh. However, it is learned that the brother too is not keeping good health and sees her as a financial burden. On the same day when Nidin Walson put out the message, Herald TV put out a message to the North Goa SP that she would be back on the streets, as Donald Fernandez, trustee of Street Providence, told us.
Donald Fernandez, trustee of Street Providence, said the lady has psychological issues and is in need of medication. The Goa police have to take the trouble of doing the paperwork, and we are ready to admit her to our shelter home and look after her medication free of charge. Listen to the solution offered by Donald Fernandez.
Last week we had highlighted the issue along with Herald TV about this lady with the red sari who has been 2 months sleeping, roaming around Panjim, San Tome, Lavande area. And police had picked her up and dropped her back home, and we also had issued a statement, a bite, and SP North also had issued a bite. And immediately in the night I had sent a message to Herald TV saying that this woman is going to be back on the street because she requires medication, and right enough the lady is back again spotted in Panjim. So this is how actually such things need to be taken care of. Moment the police sees such people who are suffering from mental disabilities, they need to be taken to the IPHB, they need to be examined by the psychiatrist, and if medication is required, they need to be given the medication and at least 7 to 10 days admission in the IPHB, that is the mental hospital at Bamboli. After that, the police need to discharge them and admit them directly into our shelter home. In this case, the police dropped her to her brother's home, and everybody was happy about it, including me, but this is not the right way. In fact, the brother had told the police and some other personnel that he cannot look after her and he is not responsible for her because he has his own issues. So in such scenarios, why doesn't somebody listen to people like us who are having practical experience on the ground on dealing with psychiatric cases, especially homeless people? We are just, these psychiatric people are just going round and round the bush, and everybody is not following the procedure which needs to be followed. We understand government has no psychiatric homes. That's okay. Till they don't have the psychiatric homes, we are ready to shelter them. But picking up somebody from the street and dropping them home directly is not the right thing to do at this point of time for this particular type of case in which the lady with the red sari is suffering from mental disabilities. So it's my urgent request once again to Goa Police, especially both the SPs North and South, please form 2 teams North and South, give us 1 PSI for North, 1 PSI for South, and give us 1 DYSP. We will help you to reduce this stress, trouble, tension, worries, issues which are going on the street for many, many years.
Freddie Fernandez for Herald TV.
Residents of Karanzalai Bazaar area have literally been locked up in their houses for the last 1 year. The PWD has dug up the road in front of their houses for sewerage works. The residents are unable to have any functions at home or even bring their cars to park in their garages. Holding funerals is an extremely difficult affair. Watch the mayhem and listen to the residents' woes.
This road is not fixed for a long time. They had stopped the work in the rains and they started again. And it is like this only. We are facing a lot of issues like regarding the dust, and we have to park our vehicles far where the road is proper. We cannot park the vehicles in the garage. And now this is almost for the past 1 year that we are facing issues like this because of this road being dug up. Yeah, more than a year they stopped in the rains for the rain. They stopped the work, and then after the rains got over, they resumed the work soon. And now the rains, they started in September, I think, and now it is almost March, and still they have managed to do only this stretch. Not even 100 meters of the work is done.
As a councillor, I wanted to know what is the reason why this work is being going at a very slow pace.
This explanation PWD only can give. But as a councillor, I have already given a complaint to CCP Commissioner just yesterday. So I will get outcome of that complaint, and accordingly I will act on whatever reply CCP gives to me. But maybe within few days, action will be initiated by CCP as far as this project is concerned.
तुका लोक अप्रोच हिंगाचे रेजिडेंट्स तुका अप्रोच जाल्या
Yes.
तांकां बिकॉज
One Andrew, who phoned to me and told me regarding this project. Accordingly, I took initiative to file a complaint to CCP.
सो आमी ऐकला हिंगा कितें फिनरल जावपा चर्ची घेवन वचपाक मिसा बी वचपाक प्रॉब्लेम जातालो.
There are several funerals. They diverted the route, Karanzale side, and since this route is blocked by PWD, by digging this road, and they say they are digging it due to sewage construction, sewage pipeline construction.
Sagun Gowde for Herald TV.
PWD Minister Nilesh Cabral has said coal activity has flourished at the Murmuga port due to the decline of ore activity. He said we depend on coal for electricity and the other things. And Murmuga Port Authority will erect a dome to prevent pollution at the port town. He said that double tracking has already been done in Kuchere and a boundary wall has been erected bordering the tracks.
दोन गोष्टी संकल्प त्यांना आमच्याकडे असा त्यांनाही असलो आणि आता ऑपोजिशनाक त्यांना असो तो विषय खूपदा मांडला आमदार जातरी. इश्यू कितें आसा हांवें पयलीं सांगला पळय हांवें CRZ एक बातम्या केल्या की गव्हर्नमेंटान कांय करूं ना आनी एक सुप्रीम कोर्टान केस जिखलो खंयच्या तरी ते सायडीचो कोण तरी हांव नांव घेना बेनाली ते सायडीचो तुमकांय खबर आसा तो जिखलो कसो. हांवें 2011 CRZ प्लॅन केलो म्हूण तो केस जिखलो कित्याक ती अल्टिमेटली ऑफिशियली CRZ लायन माग केली म्हूण तो जिखलो. आज तो सांगता गव्हर्नमेंटान काय करूं ना एक गोष्ट चुकीची. CRZ प्लॅन जालो म्हूण तो केस सुप्रीम कोर्टान जिखलो. आज ते वाचले आनी तेच्या वांगडा बाकीचे खुबशे डिफिकल्टी आसा तेय वाचतले. दुसरी गोष्ट जी आसा 2011 CRZ प्लॅन करपाचे हेतू हांगा MPTचें काम चालू आसा. हांगा दोन भाशेचे पोल्युशन आसाच हांव ना म्हणूं शकना कितले आसा ते म्हाका लेवल्स पोल्युशन बोर्ड दिता आनी मॉनिटरींग स्टेशन हांगा आसा. दोन भाशेचे पोल्युशन आसा 10 बिलो 10 आनी लेस देन 10 अबव 10 आनी लेस देन 10. सो हितू भितर इफेक्ट जाता. सो हेजे खातीर पोर्ट काय पयलीं आयर्न ओर एक्टिविटी काय जायना. आयर्न ओर एक्टिविटी हांगा चलताले तेन्ना कोलसो हांगा एक थेंबो येनालो खूब नेग्लिजिबल जाताले. जेन्ना खंयची एक्टिविटी बंद जाता दुसरी एक्टिविटी वाडटा. पोर्टाचे लोकां काम आसा कितें आसा त्यो गोश्टी आसा. हितू भितर तेणी एक प्रपोज केल्लो एक एंटायर कवर करपाक डोम फूल डोम प्रपोज केल्लो आनी ताका एनजीटीन बंद केलो. जे पर्यंत 2011 प्लॅन जाना तुमी करूं शकना. 2011 प्लॅन जाला. CRZ सेंटर MOFCन ताका परमिशन दिला डोम घालपाक. सो आमी एंटायर डोम घालपाक एंटायर डोम म्हणजे ते एक्टिविटी जाता तेतून डोम जातलो. तेजे नंतर हो डोम ताणें प्रॉमिस केला बेगिना बेगीन करतले म्हणून कितें डोंट नो वी विल स्टॉप देम दॅट इज एश्युरन्स टू देम. सो एंटायर डोम घालून एंटायर डोमा भितर हो एक्टिविटी जातली. डोमा भितर सगळे न्यू गॅजेट्स करून तेंचे भितर जे डस्ट जाता इट विल बी सेपरेटेड वीथ फिल्टर आनी वयर वाऱ्यान जे जाता ते येवचे ना असो हेतू तेणी सांगला. तेणी प्रेजेंटेशनय म्हाका दिला. सो वी आर वर्किंग ऑन दॅट सिस्टम. आता बंद करपाक हांव तेजेर हांव कमेंट करना पूण बंद करून सोल्युशन आसना. आज आमी पावर वापरता स्टील वापरता आनी कितें लोखंड वापरता हेका कोळसो लागताच. तो आमी गोंयान खंय तरी करना खंय बाकीचे आमच्या राज्यांनी करून आमकां पावर दिता. सो ह्यो सगळ्यो गोश्ट्यो खंय तरी आमी सगळे एक जावन आमी देश आमचो बरो वचपाक जाय. हितून भितर सोल्युशन करपाचो प्रयत्न आमी करतले. डोम घालून जाता तितले पोल्युशन लेवल जे आसा नेग्लिजिबल करपाचो प्रयत्ना भितर आमी करतले. वेल्सांचे तुवें सांगला वेल्साचो विशय दुसरो आहा. हांवूय म्हज्या मतदारसंघात डबल ट्रॅक जाल्लें आसा ऑलरेडी आनी हांवें पयलीं सांगलें आसा की डबल ट्रॅक जातरी इश्यू दोन जाता सॉल्व. एक पयलीं जी ट्रेन वयता ती पयलीं म्हज्या मतदारसंघात सारकी घरान लागीं तेंकाव नाशिल्ली. तेचे लोक आमच्या मतदारसंघात पयला.
Kiran Borkar for Herald TV.
And that's all we have in today's news bulletin. Thanks for watching Herald TV News. For more news alerts, please follow us on Herald on Facebook and Twitter. Take care and goodbye.